the Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Breaks the tackle. He couldn't get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you find yourself behind the chains.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Running inside, it's Jackson. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. He's still on his feet.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Trying to move them on the counter. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both.
There he goes! Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions, because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in the elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Here's Sayin to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field,
makes the catch, and he's free. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And you've already seen this QB, Benson. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they tacked on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Looking for room, it's Davidson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been since.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. There's some room, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Running to the left. Breaks into the open. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown.
He's loose on the left. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They want to run it left here. Maybe some room here. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen it. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now first and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a fourth down, try to make them kick a field goal.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
What a play. Defense, with their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. He'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Buying some time. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. At the 40. Snags it, and there's running room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking for space. It's Jackson. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Here's Julian saying to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Inside the 10. He takes it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage.
Breaks free, and he might be gone. He smashes his way through again. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Open on the right side, that's Smith. On the move at the 30. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the left. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Well, I think they were really hoping they'd go in at halftime and get this guy settled down and find a rhythm for him. That has not been the case, though. We're here in the second half. He's just 1 for 7 throwing the football and throws another incompletion. You're really scratching your head now if you're the offensive coordinator because you are digging deep into your playbook trying to find a completion for this guy.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that's a great idea by this defense, man. 3rd down, it's money down. Where are they going to go? They're going to go to their go-to guy. And what does the defense do? They double team him, take him away, and force the 4th down.
Hunt is on its way. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Ohio State. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up, and this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Davidson. Ripping through the defense. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is...
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Throwing, say it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires to the big fella. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The run inside. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. It is good! And that will extend their lead even further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. There he goes. He's still on the move. A last-ditch effort to get some points before the half. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with Air Force taking on the number 16 team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's Air Force in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Right, let's listen. See what you got. Here we go, ready. Hey, check it. Ready, go.
Say it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Roberts. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, man. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. In the red area, it's Jackson. Maybe a crease. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeye! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad.
Makes the grab in their space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Wesco open on the right side. He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. They want to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Covered like a blanket, and he still makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football. But he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Now from inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And how about this drive? Like, this offense, just the composure, backed up inside your own 10, a little bit nervous to start, and then you come out, put some plays together, put an explosive play on paper right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. An 84-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Lined up in the gun on third down, Sayin fires to the big fella. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside a wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Might have a chance. He's at the 10. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. 17th touchdown of the season and third of this game. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Pulls it, fired, complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. And maybe the way things are unfolding, we are set up for a classic finish as we get underway here in the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wesco's got it in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll take it himself. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Now on first down from the 28.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davidson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
Now it's field goal units not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll give it on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
And they get him down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Open space at the 25. Touch. Going airborne.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and
he's going to let one fly down the middle. Hauls it in down the sideline. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The give and tick, 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 tick. Still on his feet at the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Running inside. It's Cross. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Looking for a crease, it's Rodgers. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. He's in open space downfield. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
The Buckeyes are in the red zone. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. quick completion on the out. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd downs.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeye! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.